Another member of Congress highly critical of the president's attempt to use force initially to punish the Assad regime joins us now. She's Marsha Blackburn, Republican of Tennessee. Congresswoman, so nice to see you. Welcome to the program.
Good to see you.
So what do you think? Were we smart to threaten the use of force, or were we just lucky that the Russians also wanted Assad apparently to surrender his poison gas?
You know, Geraldo, I think that what we have is a situation that has become totally confused. And it's so interesting being home and talking with my constituents, many of them military retirees and some who are still active duty. And it's just the fumbling and the bumbling. And while it is so immoral for what Assad or the rebels, whomever carried this out, what they have done, it is unfortunate that on the world stage, our president seemed to kind of drop the ball.
Do you think then that it was all about Putin? Was it Putin who made history here if indeed Syria surrenders its chemical weapons?
You know, I think that what he did was to try to move himself. He saw an opening and tried to move himself back onto the world stage. I think he, with his country failing, whether it is loss of population, loss of their economy, degrading of their economy, that what he was trying to do was to move himself. He's a braggadocious, arrogant type personality, and he wanted to be back at the center of attention.
What about the president's use of force initially? Was he wrong to do that?
You know, I think that what it was is the kind of too little too late, and his big problem was he couldn't seem to decide if he wanted a military solution or a political solution to this. So he was for one and then for another and then unsure, and then it was let Congress decide. So I think that more than anything else, it is an issue of leadership, lack of leadership, and then the timing issue of coming at it far too late.
And if the threat of force moved mountains in Syria, do you wonder why we never threatened to use force in Libya?
Well, you would wonder that, and that is an appropriate question. And I think that people look back at how there were so many missteps with this administration, with the drawdown in Iraq, with the surge in Afghanistan, the handling of Libya, of Egypt, what our eroding relationship with Pakistan, and they're very concerned about this region and all the hot spots that are there, this pivot to Asia that the administration has. And Geraldo, at the same time, think about this. The military is getting less and fewer resources, less money. The president, even before he wanted to go into Syria, took the time to reduce the pay raise the military was going to get from 1.6% to 1%. So it has been just such a confused and unfortunate situation. I hope that the administration and the president and his advisors will get on track and formulate a foreign policy that provides some certainty and less confusion for our allies around the globe.
Congresswoman Marsha Blackburn, thank you. A pleasure as always. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, coming up.